Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode in my Football Manager series. I do believe this is episode number 44, and today we are returning with two big games with our Tigers as we take on Manchester United in the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley, and then take on Reading away at Manchester Stadium in the Premier League. Before we play those games, though, show a whole have been getting on off camera. So, of course, in the last episode, you saw our 5-2 aggregate defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. We had a good run. We had a really good run in our debut year in Europe's Premier competition, but sadly just didn't take our chances in the first leg. And had we done so, we may have got through. But I'm not kidding myself. You know, we definitely did deserve to lose over two legs, and it was still a good run. We went one step further than the board are, so I'm fine with that. Also, off camera, I played the 1-0 victory over Villa, which I showed you the highlights of, which was just a Mitrovic goal from a penalty. And after that, I played two games off camera. They were both in the Premier League. A 1-1 draw away against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, and then a 1-1 draw at home to Crystal Palace. Now, these two draws were very, very poor indeed. It means now we've had just one win in 6 in all competitions. And had we held on to the wins in these games and not conceded late equalising goals, right now, with 3 games to go in the Premier League, we would have guaranteed a top 4 finish. But as it stands right now, it's very, very tight. There's just 3 games to go. We've got 63 points. We're 3 points behind Chelsea in 3rd. And behind us are City and Liverpool, who both have a game in hand and are both 7 points behind us right now. Now, destiny is still firmly in our own hands. We are almost there. It is still looking quite likely we will finish in the top 4, but our run of late has been really, really poor, and I'm nervously looking over my shoulder now, thinking if City and Liverpool both win their game in hand, they'll be just 4 points behind us, and with 3 games to go, I mean, I'll be feeling the pressure, let's just say that. Now, right now, on the injury report, there's a few things to show you before we get into the game. Raj is out. He's got a sports hernia. He's still got 2 to 3 weeks left on that injury, hence why Pena started the last 2 games. Willie Olivier, of course, is still out, as you guys know. We also have Lecco injured right now as well, but he's just returning, so might make the final game or 2 towards the end of the season. And also Mitrovic, of course, is injured as well. He broke his ankle. What game was that in? I can't remember, but he broke his ankle anyway, and he's out for 3 months, which means that we'll never see Mitrovic again in the entire series. So yeah, I'm just realising I've got to set my lineup for the United game, which is the FA Cup semi-final today, the first of the 2. So just before we get into it, I'll set my lineup and let's go. Sorry about that. That's always like one thing I forget whilst I get into the episode. I always have my notes with me right next to the microphone. I think, yeah, I've got everything ready for the episode. Yep, let's get into it. Oh, no, forgot that one thing that's really important. Okay, so first of the 2 games today, we've got Manchester United at Wembley here in the FA Cup semi-final. I'm not expecting much. United have already won the Premier League and wrapped it up. They are, of course, so strong domestically right now in this save. I'm not expecting us to get through, but I'm hopeful. And my side are fully fit after I rested them against Crystal Palace, which I might end up regretting if we do end up missing out the top 4 and lose today as well. Still, this is the team for the game. Pena starts in goal. What a great loan acquisition he's been, by the way, especially with Raj now injured. Timon, Dimo, Sonogo and Torre in the back 4. Kirkpatrick and Malonas are our CM duo. Further forward, Ibe on the left, Delafeu on the right. We definitely need more wide midfield cover for next season. That's why I'm so glad Delafeu is staying. And Saidi is our advanced playmaker. Donnelly leads the line. And on the bench, Mannion, Keane, Blint, Balut, Barkley, Ozcan and Rogerio. So first game is against Manchester United. I'm hopeful. We are the underdogs, no doubt about it, but I'm hopeful we can do it despite a poor run and get through to our second cup final of the season and this series as well. Let's do it. Also, trying to let you guys know, not sure I'm allowed to mention this, but tomorrow I have a draft video going up with Mr. Dr. Ben GFM, a friend of mine, a great YouTuber, so hopefully you guys will enjoy that. And it should be a lot of fun. There'll be one on my channel and there'll be one on Ben's as well. I'm not quite sure when the videos are actually going up, but you know, you'll get links to them anyway, and there'll be one in your sub box from me and one from Ben. As well. But still, here we go. First highlight of the game. It might come to Hull as Torre finds Brian Malonas and the Canadian finds Mamadou Sonogo down his right-hand side. He's tackled by Eduardo, and I sort of saw this coming because United were loitering around the halfway line whilst we committed so many bodies forward, and Suarez was denied by a really important save by Pena. I got to say, next season, I doubt we'll be able to get him back on a permanent deal for anything under like £15 million, which is not money I'm prepared to spend on the backup goalkeeper when Raj is our... Oh, as Rashford puts it wide, whereas Raj is our number 1. Not, you know, literally, but metaphorically. But Peña's been a great acquisition, and I certainly want someone of his caliber in our backup goalkeeper position next season, because we're definitely going to need it if Raj gets injured again. And another highlight for United, Peña claims the free kick though, well done. I really like him, I really, really do. Such a good shot stopper. And a great backup goalkeeper is Josh Tymer, receives the ball from Dion and finds Jordan Ive. Tackled by Luis Eduardo. We've not started this game off well at all, as Salah is dispossessed by Kirkpatrick. We need something to spark us into life here. Possibly an early tactical change. I guess we'll have to wait and see, as Delafeu almost ran the ball out of play and then subsequently surrenders the ball to Luis Eduardo. Something's going to have to change right now, because right now it's all United, it seems, and we cannot get started at all. Kovacic towards Renato Sanchez. Now Suarez out wide towards Salah. Mohamed Salah comes inside, and the Egyptian finds Renato Sanchez through towards Rashford. Marcus Rashford saved by Peña again, and Diamov and Saidi and Toure head it clear together. And Delafeu should get it away. Another really important save by Peña. And right now, we're hanging on in there already, just 23 minutes in, as United come forward again here. Salah could be through, and once again, it's Peña with a really important interception. It's all about Peña right now, keeping us in this semi-final, as Rashford gives it to Renato Sanchez. Back towards Luis Eduardo. Something's got to change, man, seriously, because this has been a terrible start as the ball's played inside. But there's Saidi with the interception. Can we get our first chance here as the Frenchman's on the run and finds Donnelly, who's through? Oh, getting completely against the run of play. Saidi through towards Brian Donnelly. And Mr. Camera Shy, he'll get that nickname removed as long as he becomes more consistent on camera. Does fire us in front. What a really important goal. Saidi on the run, plays it into Donnelly. Lovely first touch to beat his man. Sets himself in with a Rica right foot. Puts it past the keeper and into the back of the net. Donnelly with the goal. We don't deserve to be in front, but we are, and I'm delighted. However, United looking to respond instantly, which they deserve to, really, as CDB goes down his right-hand side. Just comes on for the injured Pissarro. Kirkpatrick with the interception, though, gets it clear. But it will drop straight to Renato Sanchez. The Portuguese midfielder finds Suarez through towards Marcus Rashford. And this time, Peña can't make the save. 1-1. And Rashford gets his 15th of the year. And United get that deserved equalising goal and then some. Rashford with the strike. And Peña, I thought possibly, to be fair, he's made some great saves to start this game off, but maybe could have saved that one, really. It wasn't right in the corner, but maybe I'm being a little bit too critical. Good strike, good goal, 1-1. Alright, so half-time it is 1-1, but we're lucky to be tied at the break. So I'm going to make some changes here. And this might backfire spectacularly. I mean, let's be honest here, it probably will. But we'll do our best. We're going to go to a counter style of play, because we're not exactly dominating possession in this game anyway. And we're going to drop slightly deeper as well. And close down a little bit, well, much less actually. And just try and soak up some pressure and hit them on the break if we can. So we'll take off play-out defence. We'll take off retaining possession. We'll mix the passing up a little bit. And try and get the ball down those wide areas, which is where we're at our best. Let's also try and stretch play out wide a little bit, fairly wide. And let's go with that. So should we take off, work the ball into the box and maybe look at our overlap as well. But I do like those two instructions a lot. Do you know what? We'll have to look for overlap, keep work the ball into the box off. And we shall go with that. So no changes in personnel, but changes to the tactics. This might and probably will backfire spectacularly, but I guess I'll have to wait and see. Calmly at the break, though, I am going to say I'm disappointed with the team. I've fired up most players. I've ruined Jordan Ive's confidence, but that's fair enough. And let's see what happens. So 1-1 to break. What can we do in the second half? Let's find out. I'm not exactly an FM expert, am I? I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, I make these tactical changes, and in my mind, I think to myself, yeah, these are really, really good. Like, this is definitely going to get us back in this game. But in reality, they totally contradict exactly what I'm trying to do and just play into our opponent's hands most of the time. Anyway, here's Delafeu on the ball, finding Brian Donnelly, who lets it run across his body and runs at the back line. He's not got much support here, Donnelly, so has to let fly from range, doing one of his trademark long-range strikes to go nowhere near the goal. Still 1-1, but at least we had a shot. And here come United. Renato Sanchez through towards Rattray, through towards Rashford, and Peña makes the save. Marcus Rashford did that shot on way too early there, first time, and Peña with a simple stop. It's still 1-1. There's been so many chances in this game. It's been crazy how action-packed it's been. And as things stand, we're doing enough to hold United and keep them at bay, but for how much longer, I wonder? As we pass out from the back from this goal kick, Peña to Timon, inside to Diamov, finds his CB partner Sonogo. And we shall pass out from the back. No, Sonogo launched it long. This is why I don't like taking off shorter passing and retain possession, because it means we launch the ball long a lot more. And Donnelly is never going to win balls in the air. We're basically just giving them the ball back as Vidlund goes down the right side and crosses. And Martial heads on, and there is the second goal. It was coming, and Anthony Martial comes off the bench to head United in front. 2-1, they've completed a comeback. and I'm not sure we will come back from this. Nice little ball long there. Timon couldn't get to the ball. Nice cross to the centre, and the Frenchman out jumps Sonogo and puts it past Pena, who, again, the ball's not right in the corner, but I think he was going the other way, so it was hard to adjust his foot in there. It's 2-1, and I think that'll probably do it. So just over 8 minutes to go. We are still trailing by 1 as Donnelly wins the ball back here and plays it long towards Ruggiero. We could get ourselves a chance here to possibly get back in this game, but we need to get it now as Farouk Baluk plays it inside. Kovacic is there with the interception though, and now United could hit us on the break possibly. Time with the interception though finds Barkley, and United play it all the way back towards De Gea. There's still time, but I feel like even in this game, even when we were 1-0 up, I still felt like United were just in control. I mean, they are so dominant in this save. They are so good. I don't know what team's going to be able to stop them domestically, but it seems like it's not going to be us. As United continue to look for that third goal. Marcus Rashford on the ball, crosses, and there is Suarez, and there it is, and it's game over. We are out of the FA Cup in the semi-finals. We will not return to Wembley for a third time this year. Second, and now out now, and that will surely do it. Martial through towards Rashford, down left-hand side, holds the ball up well, and then dinks it back across the 6-yard area, and there is Denis Suarez with the finish. 3-1. I don't feel like we've ever been comfortable in this game, and that's just the tactical genius of Jose Mourinho, exposing me, who clearly knows absolutely nothing about this game and knows absolutely nothing on what to do to get back in the game. It's 3-1, and hopefully it doesn't become 4, but there's a good chance it will. This will be 1 win in 6 now, I think, as well, as we really are struggling. Suarez on the ball, still Suarez, back towards Renato Sanchez, plays it inside, Martial 4-1. We're just not good enough. Say we're not good enough. I mean, it's pretty clear it's me who's not good enough. Suarez on the ball. Someone went to ground. I think it was Timon, and the ball's played inside, and Martial simply could not miss from about 7 yards. 4-1, and I sort of pray it's not going to be any more than that, because that will really be embarrassing. But seriously, United in this game are just so dominant. It's unbelievable. I mean, really, they are just so good. And it's weird as well, because in a lot of my FM saves that I do, whether they be for YouTube or whether they be just off-camera personal saves, which I haven't done for a while, to be fair, it turns out like the domestic success in whatever league I'm managing in tends to be really mixed. Like, it tends to be really inconsistent. You never know like what team is going to win the title year after year. And in this save, this is going to be the 3rd year where United have won it. I can't remember doing a personal save where, unless it was a team I was managing, an AI team won it 3 times in a year. I know it's not an amazing stronghold, you know, three years in a row, but it's still pretty impressive considering what I'm used to. And there you go. So 4 in the final score. We have lost in the semi-final. Not happy about it, but we didn't really stand a chance. They were just too good. As I'm advancing to the Reading game as well, just saw United beat Bayern 1-0. At the Allianz Arena in the Champions League quarterfinals. They are just too good, man. I don't know who is going to be able to stop Manchester United. You know, like right now they are just picking up honours left, right, and centre, and it's just mad. You know, they won the Champions League 3 years ago in the game. You see the Premier League, they won the they're going to win the past 3 years, and 5 of the last 6? I think would that be, or no, 4 of the last 5, I think it is. They won the Europa League in 2018. They won the Club World Championship. Don't really count that much, but they won the FA Cup last year. They'll probably win it this year now as well. How do you stop United in this game? They're just too good. I guess maybe that's like the challenge of the series, perhaps. You know, like for us, it's our job to topple United domestically. Doubt we'll be able to do it in Europe, but maybe that's like our long-term aim of the series. Get the better of Manchester United in the Premier League and the FA Cup, and just in domestic football in general. All right, so second and final game of today's episode, and it's against Reading at away at the Medeski Stadium. They're struggling right now. They're struggling in terms of form, and they're struggling in terms of league position. They're in 18th place, and are not doing too well, are they? Pretty sure they are. Are they? Yeah. And they're just trying desperately to get out that bottom 3. So today's a really big game for both teams for different reasons at opposite ends of the table. And despite the loss to United in the FA Cup semi-final, I'm not sure I'm going to make changes at all. In fact, I might make one, and I might potentially drop Brian Malonas, give Barkley a start, and play him as the advanced playmaker and have Said as the deep line playmaker. Barkley is such an inconsistent player. Like, one game he'll have an absolute wonder game and just be amazing and unplayable. And in some games he does nothing. But we'll see what he does anyway. And I think we'll just make that one change. and go with this lineup. So this will be the team for the game then. It's the same instructions and the same tactics. 4-2-3-1. Raj still ain't back here, is he? Pena in goal. Back for retirement. Dimo, Sonogo and Torre. In midfield, Kirkpatrick and Saidi. Do you know what? Experience. I need my captain. For this game. It'll be Ndai and Saidi. Kirkpatrick dropped. And I on the left, Delafeu on the right, and Barkley as the advanced playmaker. Donnelly leads the line. And on the bench, Mannion, Keane, Blint, Balut, Malonaz, Ozcan, and Rogerio. So here we go then. It is the second and final game today. It's Reading. It's arguably a bigger game, really, because we need to keep ourselves in the top four. Getting to the FA Cup semi-final would have been nice. Final would be nice, but it's not really that big of a deal. Staying in the top four is. Let's get this win. Come on, Hull City. Crazy to say that as well. This game is arguably bigger than the FA Cup semi-final, and I think it is. I think it is personally because, no matter what happens between now and the end of the season, the board will be relatively satisfied. In fact, they'll be very satisfied because we exceeded our objectives in the League Cup, we exceeded our objectives in the FA Cup, and we've exceeded our objectives in the Champions League as well. So long as we don't finish lower than 5th place, then we've met or exceeded all of our objectives. But for us, I want us to finish in that top four. We are more than good enough to stay in the Champions League. We cannot drop out of it now. Stella Fergus down the right-hand side and crosses, and it's cleared almost off the line there as we try and keep the pressure alive. Torre into Saidi towards Barkley, out wide towards Torre. Lovely first time pass, and Torre crosses. Rakit clears it. Still goalless as Ndai, the skipper, plays that wide towards Torre. You see our game plan. Get it down those wide areas and whip it into the centre. And again, it's cleared as Marky Noble plays it long. Demov gets it away. Where's his highlight going? Timon Saidi through towards Ross Barkley. Lovely through ball. Jordan Ibe on the ball. Crosses. And there is Delafeu to tap it in. The wingers combine. And we do take the lead. Gerard Delafeu with the goal. I'll tell you what, man. Seriously, this guy, it is such a really important relief for me to know he's staying. Because he is so good. And a reliable source of goals every now and then when we really need someone to put the ball in the back of the net. Barkley with a great through ball. Ibe crosses the ball in, just about gets it in play. And there's Delafeu unmarked, 5 yards out to tuck it home. 1-0 Hull. We need this win. We need to respond. Come on, Hull. Great start. And of course, we win this game and the next one, we guarantee a place in the top four, and we'll do it with a game to spare. So good start. Let's keep the pressure up and find a second goal. But there's Barkley losing out to Ward-Prowse. Sonogo wins it in the air though. And Marky Noble plays it long. Can we get the ball back in our possession? Yes, we can, as Jordan Ibe evades a challenge and finds Donnelly. Gets around one blue shirt, gets around another. Scintillating work from Brian Donnelly, and there is the second goal. Reading 0, Hull City 2, 30 goals for the season. Remove the nickname. He's not camera shy anymore. Donnelly picks the ball up, gets past one, gets past two. He had absolutely no help there, no support whatsoever. But he still did the work majestically on his own. 2-0 to Hull City. Great work from the Scot. 30 goals for the season. And we take a 2-goal... Oh my word. Oh, Pena just denied Sonogo from scoring a comical own goal. That would have been like his third own goal in 2 years. Made the save, did another save as well. But unfortunately, the third time of asking, Reading took it home. Don't know where Sonogo was heading that ball to. Great save to deny Valencia initially. But Santi Mina tucks home the rebound. It wasn't Mina first, then Valencia. No, it was Valencia, then Mina. And it's 2-1. So Reading half the deficit. Are they back in the game? Or can we pull away and get a 2-goal cushion once again? Donnelly on the ball. Back towards Ross Barkley, into Saidi, and Saidi the Frenchman, towards Ndai the skipper, and Alfred Ndai finds Ross Barkley, back towards Saidi, doing a good job of keeping hold of that ball, as the Frenchman tries to play it back towards the skipper, and Ndai back towards Saidi, plays it through towards Brian Donnelly, first time, squeezes the ball in at the near post, remove the nickname, do it in game if you want. We're 3-1 up now, 31 goals for the year. And we had that 2-goal cushion restored almost instantly. And with 8 minutes to go before the break, I'm hoping we might get a 4th goal and really start to pull away. Donnelly with the finish, squeezes in at the near post. Goalkeeper gets his angles wrong. And we restore that 2-goal cushion pretty quickly after surrendering our 2-goal lead. So 3-1 and a good way to end that first half. So highlight here with just over 17.5 minutes to go. Woods on the ball and finds Santi Mina. Oh, wow, what a let off there. Reading were through, no offside flag. And that should have been 3-2. And that would have made the final 15 minutes very nervy indeed. But there is another chance here as Ward-Prowse whips it in. Malonas heads it clear. Starting to feel the pressure a little bit now. We've not played well of late. Our form has been very patchy, to be kind to us. And now as Reading come forward again, I'm beginning to really feel this pressure as Swift finds Pacini down this right-hand side. If they get a goal, we could be in serious trouble in the final 10 or so minutes. As the number 4 here down this right-hand side finds Pacini. Pacini evades Jordan Ibe and finds James Ward-Prowse. The ex-Southampton boy plays it long towards Mina. Got a mark up in the centre as Mina crosses and it's headed clear. Malonas gets to the ball and plays that wide. Right, thank goodness for that. Danger averted for the time being as Ibe sends Donnelly down left-hand side on a hat-trick. Surely can't cut inside and score from here. Surely he can't. Finds Jordan Ibe instead. It's Jordan Ibe. Oh, yes, get in. There we go. You know, the next goal in this game was going to be absolutely huge. If it comes to us, it's all over. We get the 3 points and it's a big win. If Reading get it, we're in serious trouble. But instead, Donnelly with great work down the left, feeds it inside to Jordan Ibe. And I'm going to miss Jordan Ibe next season. Going to Villa, of course, for next year for, I think it's £3 million. He's a very, very good fourth choice winger, a very decent little option to have in your squad. It's 4-1 and Ibe cemented points and possibly cemented a place for Hull City in the top 4 once again. 4-1 and delighted with that. And as I'm about to make changes, there is another highlight here for Reading as Christian Atsu goes down left and crosses and Wood makes it 4-2. Well, 12 minutes to go. I mean, I highly doubt Reading are going to come back from 3 goals down to claim a point and prevent us from getting all 3. But I'll tell you what, our defending of late has been atrocious. I know Raj is out right now, but I don't know what to say. I mean, Dimob and Sonogo have not done quite as well as they did last season. And it does make me a little bit nervous still now. But are we going to score again as Ozcan whips in the corner to the centre? Rakik heads it clear. I flicks it down and there is Brian Donnelly. Oh, it's off the post and it's cleared by Sessegnon. So close to the hat-trick. 2 crazy games today. So that'll do it then. Final score, Reading 2, Hull City 4. We get that win. A massive win for us. Pressure relieving victory. And delighted with that. Once again, our defending was quite poor. And it has been for a while now. But in the end, it doesn't matter. Score more goals than your opponent and you win the game. So we do that and that's why we win. What? I don't know. But it's 4-2 the final score. We get that win. And I'm pretty sure now that all but guarantees us a place in the top 4. Because I do know that in the next game, I think, we see City. Yeah, there we go. City and Liverpool play together. And of course, they can't both win. And I think that means that we are definitely going to finish in the top 4. I think. I don't know. In fact, you know what? No, obviously not, because it would have done it for us. It would have mathematically done it for us. But I think now we're basically almost there. We're almost there. 1 win, and we definitely do guarantee it. So I think actually, do you know what I might do? No. Let's come back into the next episode and let's wrap the season up together and do it then. So that will end today's, just in case, because you never know with me and Charles. But that will end today's episode of the Football Manager series, guys. So a big thank you for watching. I really hope you have enjoyed it. We will return with the final episode of the season. We'll do that tomorrow or on Thursday. We'll have the final game against Arsenal away. I might play the Stoke game off camera, actually. I'm not too sure. But we'll see. We'll play the final game or games anyway in the next episode. And we'll end the season there. And we'll start a new season on the weekend. And we shall leave it there. So thanks for watching, guys. Much love to you all. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, then please do leave a like. And I'll see you for the next episode, the final one of Season 6, very soon. Bye. Sorry, Season 6? Season 5. 5? 6? 5? 5? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, mate. Math, seriously. GCSE E grade. That really does come back to haunt you sometimes.